Hello, Joe Gaming Girly here. So this is another story time. Basically, I go through all my sort of console and handheld history. I'm sort of trying to get it in the sort of right timeline, if you know what I mean. But anyway, there's three here that I'm going to talk about today, but they're just so small. They don't need a whole video for themselves, so I put all three together. So yeah, the N64, the Game Shop didn't want. So yeah, there was this old retro gaming store in Worthing, but it was just before you got into the main town part, and it's really really cool. This retro gaming store. I think I talked about it before. Yeah, I was a teenager at this point, and working, had a small job, so yeah, and we were heavily collecting at this point in the timeline here. And yeah, so I thought I'd pop into this game shop. Been there before, obviously. Um, Absolutely chock blocker of retro. I remember, I think I talked about it before, like I say, and there was a Sega Dreamcast kiosk on the left as you come through the door. These really tall shelves either side, and there was just like Mega Drive stacked up, N64s. There was so much retro in this place. There's loads of tubs of it, so you had to sort of definitely hunt for things. Yeah. Anyway, I think I did buy something, but I thought I'd have another look around. And these teenage kids come in. Oh yeah, we want to sell our N64, and they're like, no, we got too many in at the moment. I remember them saying. Anyway, they were sort of wandering out, and I had finished up, and I sort of went out as well. Anyway, they were sort of still hanging around outside the shop, like, oh, we really want to get some PlayStation games and stuff. Anyway, I was like, oh, so how much are you like selling that for? I think it was 30 or 35, but it did have a load of games with it too. And I didn't have an N64, so I was like, oh, I'll buy it off you. I mean, it's a bit stupid, really, because it might not have worked, but I was pretty handy at fixing consoles at this point. I was fixing NES consoles and SNES consoles, so if it needed a bit of fixing, I'm sure I would have got it working. But yeah, so I bought it off of them, and they were happy, which was cool. And they were able to get their PlayStation games. I think they were going to go to Game Station. Who remembers Game Station? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was around at the time, if I remember. Yeah. And I had this N64 with a load of games. Didn't know anything about the N64 so much. Yeah, it was all new to me. Yeah, very, very good. So yeah, really good. I literally bought it to sort of do up because it needed a bit of a clean and all that, and I thought I'd buy a couple more games for it, sort of have it for a little while, clean it, do it up, and sell it on like I did with a lot of the NES and SNES consoles. I never kept a NES or a SNES. I always fixed them, did them up, sold them on. I think there was one that I kept for a little while. Actually, I might as well say about this, but I had the Street Fighter SNES. I got it from the charity shop for a fiver, I remember. This is way back, so yeah. And yeah, I kept that one for a while, and then I sold it on. But yeah, I never really kept it. I don't actually own a NES or a SNES, even to this day. But I had many of them, so many of them. I just fixed a lot of them and sold them on and made my money. And it pretty much paid for later stuff. I mean, of my retro collection, really. But yeah, anyway, that was the retro game shop that didn't want the N64, so I had it. I don't have that original one. I had another one, so I did eventually sell that one on, and then I bought a clear green one and that was all fully boxed and quite mint. I got that off my friend, with a load of games like Perfect Dark, which was boxed, and other games that were boxed. Some were loose, I think, if I remember. I still got a lot of those games in my collection to this day. I sold that one and because I ended up getting a really mint boxed Mario edition N64. And it's just a plain black one. It's just got Mario on the box and all that. So yeah, I sold that green one on. I didn't really like it, actually. I didn't like that colour. So yeah, I sold that on because I only want one N64, and I still have that N64. You've probably seen that in my game tour video, probably. Yeah, I still have that one. So I've had 3 N64s in my life. Anyway, next little tiny gaming story. What are we going to talk about? Oh yeah, the old Game Boy Pocket. So yeah, this was probably when I was a kid, maybe teenager. I don't know. I can't remember how old it was. But anyway, I think we got this as a Christmas present. My auntie, my mum, and my dad put some money together towards it. Anyway, we went to the same Toys R Us that we saw the Dreamcast for the first time, and Sonic Adventure. This was in another game story. Go and check that out if you've not seen my Dreamcast game story. And yeah, we were just looking at, the Game Boy stuff, and got one of these each. And it came in this big box, if I remember, and it came with a free bag and a free couple of games, I think, but I can't remember which was free. So I'm just going to show you the games I remember getting this game, the old Super Mario Land, and we also got the Super Mario Land, the old 6 gold coins there. I know we got these 2. And we got Tetris. And yeah, I think we got those for free in that bundle, if I remember. But I also remember getting Wave Racers, and this game, the F1 race rather. But yeah, I don't know. They might have bought a couple of games. We also got I can't remember, but Stephen got a Pokemon game, my brother, and I don't remember if he got the same Pokemon game. But yeah, I got that Pokemon Yellow Pikachu. This is a fakey, cheapy copy because I don't want to pay. The Pokemon games are so expensive. There's nothing wrong with this. It plays very well, so yeah, I just got a cheapo copy. I don't have my original copy. I don't actually have my original. I have a lot of my original stuff, as you well know, but I don't have my original Game Boy Pocket, I'm afraid, or the games, so I got rid of it. I did. I wish I still had it all boxed and complete with the bag and everything, but why do I throw the box away? Why did I even get rid of my original? But anyway, yeah, and I think they probably bought a couple of games too, so they bought us the Pokemon Pikachu Yellow, this one, the Wave Racers. So yeah, and I think my brother got a different Pokemon game, I think, and he might have got the odd different game. But yeah, I think they bought us 3 games on top of that, on top of what came in this big box bundle pack. The yellow. We both had this colour variant pocket. It's probably because it came with. I think it did literally come with, Mario Land and Mario Land 6 gold coins and the Tetris. I'm 100% it came with these 3 and a bag. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a long time ago now. Anyway, so yeah, I have great memories of that Toys R Us. We got, and it was the same auntie as well that took us there when we saw the Sega Dreamcast and everything, and the same auntie that gave us the Mega Drive, our first console. Well, she sold it on to my mum and dad, and then she got the PlayStation 1. So we've had many gaming memories. It was our cool auntie that had the consoles. So yeah, yeah, we've got, anyway, go back and watch some of my gaming stories. But yeah, another little short little gaming story that I didn't think about bothering to talk about because it's so short, and I thought I'd put it in with this. Yeah, the Sega Saturn I bought from the car boot sale. Yeah, there was this guy. He was a regular at this car boot sale, and we could easily find him because he had a big red umbrella. So me and my brother would literally be like, "Ah, there he is, you know." And he was a collector himself, actually. I wonder if he's still collecting to this day. But yeah, he was just selling doubles and stuff. If I remember, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he was selling the doubles and such. And he was a collector. And yeah, there was this, and this is the exact same Sega Saturn that I bought. I still have it to this day. And this was lying on the floor. And then there's me going, So I'm like, oh, how much is that? I can't remember how much it was now. It was really cheap. I bet it was like 20 quid or something, or less than 20, if I remember. And yeah, there was only like one controller with it and everything. I think that's pretty much what came with it anyway, console controller wise. So yeah, it's fully complete, has all the manuals and what have you. Anyway, and he had like boxes, a big box of Sega Saturn. I pretty much bought all of them, from what I remember. And yeah, there was just doubles. So there was another Virtual Fighter in there and another Sega Rally. So I didn't buy those. I just picked the one that was, more mint, I suppose. And I still have the exact same Saturn games to this day. I have not got rid of them. So yeah, and that's all there is to that story. Not sure sort of when in the timeline. I expect it was the similar time. No, I think I got the N64 first, because that retro game shop didn't exist when I got this Sega Saturn. Yeah. I don't know. This is why I bundled these stories all in together. I didn't know whether to talk about these or not. But yeah, there's not really much to it, really. But I just wanted to talk about it. Yeah. I got another 2 gaming stories. The Mega CD. And the PS3 and Wii. When I got those. And then yeah, that's it. And then I used to work in a couple of game shops. So I don't know if anyone's interested in listening to a couple of those stories. When I used to work in a couple of retro game stores and other game stores. Yeah, this is way back, like years ago, when I was young and a teenager. Not a teenager anymore. But yeah, I don't know if anyone's interested in those. I have like other funny stories and such. So yeah, that the Mega CD and PS3 and Wii would be the last sort of game console stories that I'll do, because that's everything really. I mean, not really much to me getting the PS4. I just got the PS4, so that's not very interesting. And I literally have talked about everything. Yeah, so I've got 2 more concert. Well, I'm going to bundle in the Wii with the PS3 because I've pretty much got those similar times, so I might as well talk about those in one. Yeah, so that's with the old console story stuff. And then I just talk about different stories, like, you know, things that happened in my game collecting days, and yeah, things like that. I hope this was interesting. I don't know. I didn't know whether to talk about this or not, because there's not really much to it, but I'm glad I talked about it. Like I say, yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about. Yeah, see you in the next video. Bye, everyone. Bye. Oh, I can never speak properly when I do videos. So, yeah. Super Mario Land 2. 6 golden coins. I said 6 gold coins. Get it right, Joe.